Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Kissy. Today I wanted to do a reading for the collective Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine. So I went ahead and opened the book to a theme message for the day from the Tarot of the Orishas. We have a message from air. The ethereal and light, standing on a cloud. This messenger is seen in dreams, perpetuating the endless innocence and purity of birth. She is I cannot even read right now. I don't know what the hell. She is a fairy that grants wishes and protects creators. She drives her heavenly magic from one hand to the other, closing a wonderful circle of creation. With tinkling and shining why am I reading like a freaking buffoon? Oh my goodness. I feel like doing it all over again. Because I don't like when it's disrupted like that. It sounds ridiculous. Let me not say the other word. A message from air. Ethereal and light. Standing on a cloud, this messenger is seen in dreams, perpetuating the endless innocence and purity of birth. She is a fairy that grants wishes and protects creators. She drives her heavenly magic from one hand to the other, closing a wonderful circle of creation and with tingling and shining stars. Her inspiring muse is clearly seen in the halos that fall toward earth in the forms of staves with notes of a future melody. They will reach a bohemian musician who will know how to combine them and become a great artist for the joy and enjoyment of many people. The fine and crystalline movements do not deprive her of security, courage, and action. The sylphs were part of our childhood in many tales. Fairies were described as having protective streaks, granting wishes and neutralizing the actions of malefactors. With a maternal attitude, they always protect good people and compensate for their sorrow and abandonment. They cause us to place our faith and hope in something superior that will help us in times of sorrow and helplessness, as well as giving us a strong conviction that their energy will be present even in their absence. The meaning, upright, stick to what you have agreed and do not let yourself down. You have the inspiration and protection necessary to finish your work, creation, project, task, or procedure. Negative things will disappear and your capacity will be seen. Tune up your senses and train yourself more intensively, because there will be great prospects for you. Upside down, you have lost faith in your relatives, and they are not taken into account in your work. Excessive security that has proved to be inconstant. You have failed to keep up and progress. Get out of your lethargic state. Connect with the environment, following the voice of your conscious and internal impulse. You will see that new energy will arise and that your capacity and talent will be a new bastion. Otherwise, you will remain anonymous. Interesting. So, this is giving me like energies of Libra in reverse in one of the readings that we did yesterday. That those types of relationships where you kind of have to keep your boundaries clear, because people will push your limits, and it's like when you're used to always being like a yes person, like you want to please people or you want to make things easier for others, then it becomes difficult when you take that away and you don't please people. when you don't accommodate or make things easy for them, when you stand your ground and it's like, no, now you're pulling too much on one side, and it's like you're pulling in the reins, so to speak. And when you do that, desist from, because it's like the energy that would be expended in fighting that takes away from your creativity. So instead of fighting it, just stand firm on your stance. Just stand firm. And sometimes you may have to explain again. Sometimes, because the thing is, when you don't feel that you have to explain yourself, it's easy to just say no. But to pacify someone that thinks you're supposed to say yes, you may give some slack and keep giving slack, like parents we do to our children, or we can do with our spouses, or we can do with our friends. Like, we give slack when we care about you, or we give slack as a consideration to you because of what you mean to me, kind of thing. And so when that's the case, you find that when you pull back, or when you take back your stance and say no, like it's not a spiraling thing. It's not supposed to be a spiraling thing. But when it spirals and you get caught in that whirlwind that is not yours to begin with, just because you say no, because you oppose someone's want, their want can't be met, so they have a tantrum. You don't want anything, so you're at peace with yourself. And when that's the case, the person having the tantrum wants to blame you, or wants to bring you into that. And sometimes you want to figure it out for them. Sometimes you want to make it make sense for them. Sometimes you want to make it comfortable for them. Sometimes you want to make it easy for them. And then you realize it's like, no, doing all that is why you think you can. Is why I have to say no now. Because you can't. And you're not, and I'm not, because a consequence of saying yes to you would actually drain me, would actually diffuse what I got going on. I have to take my attention away from what I'm doing for me to take care of what you want. And when I do that for you, when I'm trying, now I don't want to do what I do. Or it's not for me, or it's not like that. But that's what is inclined to happen if you allow it. In other words, you'll be like, forget it, I can't do this. Because you'll find a reason not to do it. You'll find a reason if you really don't want to do it, or if it's uncomfortable to do it. So get comfortable with saying no to the things you don't want, so that you can have the space for the things that you do want. It's better to get uncomfortable quickly with a situation that you want long term. Because if you want this thing long term, get really uncomfortable really fast, and then find out if you can clear the air, and how you clear the air. And from there, you can have that long-term experience without all that discomfort. And it's not to say that uncomfortable things don't come or don't happen, but it doesn't have to be this tense situation where you're constantly kind of like having to overdo your part in a dynamic. Anyway, so we're going to do a Get a Clue reading. And something about get a clue. Yeah, it's like we're here to get a clue. Yeah, I wanted to maybe elaborate on getting a clue. Hold on a second. I didn't even notice that I had this too close. Step like you're getting kind of close. Okay. Okay, let me not. No, that's not the song I want to sing. But yeah, maybe somebody's getting just a little too close to the, energetic field here, and you're like, wait a second, step back, give me my space. Over there. Some people really don't respect that. And it's not for any reason. It's just, let me breathe. Anywho, so we have intentions are manifesting through others. Whole perspective isn't lost in details. It is clear and it is mutually understood. When you have the whole perspective, you know it because you don't get lost in the details, and it doesn't become like a run-on sentence. Okay? It doesn't become this whole argument. It doesn't become this whole convoluted thing. It's clear and it's understood mutually. So there could be, the name Aqua and Aquarius could be significant. But then I also heard rat life. Somebody might have a rat life. What the fuck is a rat life? Like, realistically. If I was to say that person has a rat life, obviously they would say maybe ratchet. Or like they're a rat. So a person that is like a snitch. You know how snitches, they kind of like are lurky people? They're always little lurky folks. I don't know. Maybe there's a lurky folk. Some ratchet ass rat looking and watching or something weird like that. Alright, so at the core we have the billiard room. Something is out of balance. Maybe this reading is out of balance. I don't know. No, it's a partnership. Alright, dear. Go ahead. No. Break that paper all the way, honey. Go ahead. You want to go ahead and do another one? You sure? You okay? I am sarcastic. Maybe that... Maybe that's his imbalance. Alright, well, let's find out. Let's find out. Why am I doing that? We have the revolver in the first house. We have the ballroom in reverse in the ballroom. So why are we going back to a study? Why are we relearning? Are we relearning something? Is there something that needs to be relearned? Oh my God, yeah, something has to be studied. It's like somebody has to review, go back to. Remember. You gotta remember something you studied, something you learned about yourself. You're gonna have to remember something that you learned about yourself in regards to your balance. In regards to your emotional balance. Fuck. When you remember that thing that you know about yourself when you're in balance, you're gonna bring your emotions to balance. Leo in reverse, third house. Your environment. Yeah, this is like somebody is... This energy in your environment can come through a Leo. Or this person just has strong Leo energy. But this Leo energy in your environment is in reverse. It's an energy that is... the creative energy is in reverse. And it's like they're not able to do what they want. Not being able to do what they want makes them kind of like their energy makes them pushy, demanding, not just arrogant, but like entitled. Thank you, Spirit. Entitled. Someone feels entitled in your environment. Yeah, they're having like their internal environment is changing. Yeah, they're dealing with they're healing mother wounds, or they're healing whatever it is. This is, I see it like, I wouldn't look at it negatively. I would just see it as, okay, this person is going through, a emotional change, disruption. It's not supposed to disrupt my emotional balance. So I'm supposed to remember when I'm balanced with myself, what I've learned from, when I remember what I've learned about the things in terms of what I've studied about my own balance, other people do not affect my vibe. What is my vibe is not, as much as I feel you, as much as I empathize with you, there's a line that isn't going to be crossed. And that line is that I'm going to refuse to let your chaos influence my balance. That's all, folks. That's all, folks. Ooh, we got something in the home didn't work with an Aries. Somebody was trying to, some energy, I don't want to say somebody, some energy in the home that wasn't really working because it was of dark studies, and by dark studies I'm referring to occult natures, perhaps, at the something didn't work with an Aries. And now somebody either was learning something dark about the subconscious or in regards to the body. With the kitchen in reverse, it had to do with the home and the internal home environment. It could also be something didn't work with an Aries because something they learned about occultism, or something they learned that was hidden in regards to their dreams, in regards to the subconscious, in regards to their health, in regards to their body. It was something internal. It was something about their internal environment. Yeah, it's like a karmic connection or a toxic tie. Oh, okay. So we have a change that's coming in spiritual. I feel like there's going to be a spiritual lesson in regards to the 8th house, in regards to resources, in regards to things that are like our shared resources, how people are connected or interwoven spiritually. Something is going to change, especially when it comes to negative thinking. This is Scorpio in reverse. This has come up a few times already, but let me see. Hold on. There. Use that, please. Okay, dokes. Can you at least connect it? Connect the phone over there to that. I need it connected. Zen. Give me the phone. Hold on. I need to charge my phone. It's not connected. Okay. Alright, that's fine now. So I feel like remembering how to stay in balance with yourself despite this very entitled energy that's in your environment trying to emotionally destabilize you has to do with a karmic tie that's within the environment. But it didn't work with an Aries. And I'll say it didn't work with you because this is you as the individual, you as the I am. So it didn't work with you, whatever this was. I just feel like it was something that was of a darker nature, sinister nature perhaps, like nefarious some ways. And it has to do with this, someone was trying to attach or was attached to you through their, it's like a karmic connection. It was very like, I feel like it's like an entity attachment is what they would call it, right? And it's of a Scorpio in reverse nature. So it's very controlling, it's very possessive, it's very sinister, wants to mentally, it's like a, it wants to destroy you. it's like that very loathful energy. Why is that energy there though? We have Gemini in reverse in the 6th house. This feels like the communication isn't very good lately in your routine. And that has to end. You might be having to communicate with very negative energies. Be mindful of that. I would meditate on that. Pray, whatever your practice is, to tune into yourself and address the entity itself, address the energy, not combatively in terms of, fight against it. It's more like discover, shed light on, bring attention to, like the source of that. Why is that energy trying to affect me? Why is it that I have to remember what I learned about my personal balance when it comes to my emotions? And why is there this entitled person that has either a mommy wound or has, emotional, are going through emotional turmoil? Why do they feel that somehow they have to manipulate me in order to use me to change their karma? Holy crap. Well, why? Spirit? Let's look here. Yeah. This is the hall in the library. So this is part of a spiritual 8th house spiritual lesson. 8th house spiritual lesson. It's like learning something about how you share your resources with others. How when you connect on that energy, how their Their energy attachment can affect your stability, your income, and your career, because it was like somehow meant to affect, at least the lesson was to learn that the emotional disturbances were affecting your career or were affecting your status, and it was through a it was through hidden ways. It was through manipulating emotionally, not necessarily directly, but as an entity through others to affect you, to create an imbalance in your relationships. As I said that, and I flipped this, it could be with a Pisces, a relationship with a Pisces. It seems like there's a connection, or a Taurus in reverse was trying to connect with a Pisces, or is connected in some ways with the Pisces. So it's like maybe that Taurus in reverse energy is attached to this Pisces, that you might have an imbalanced connection to. So it's like your connection to a Pisces might be affected by their attachment to some Taurus energy, which has to do with their money, their comforts. The lounge in the hall. So something is, it's almost like something is supposed to end. Wait. It's not ending. But it's also not working. It's almost like the connection isn't, like, I guess, severed in some way, but it's also not working. Because it's in the home. Oh my. This got weird. See, oh my God, in the home again. It might be something in the home that's attached to your dreams of a material nature. Maybe it was something that you received from a Leo in reverse, or something a Leo in reverse got from a Cancer. But it could also be this Scorpio in reverse. I feel like it's a Capricorn that is being affected by, or could be getting affected by, this spiritual lesson. Because this Gemini in reverse, whatever the Gemini in reverse was, like the energy of communication. This whole reading has felt very distracting, extremely distracting. Something, yeah, I feel like you're going to put an end to this when it comes to the home in reverse. There's a lesson, a spiritual lesson here with a Sagittarius. Or maybe you're going to get a bigger vision about this Libra energy, how to balance your... Ooh, okay. Hold on. Ending a situation in the home. A lesson, a spiritual lesson in the home, either with a Sagittarius, a Sagittarius and Libra could be together. Whatever it, or maybe there's a partnership, Libra and Sagittarius, that they have like a soul connection or soul contract. The library, but it's upside down. Their home is upside down, or their relationship is upside down, so that's going to end. I feel like there's different storylines that were playing out here, but even the energies of this reading in particular, even though I feel about the reading, I don't know if you noticed, like I felt like I came on very optimistic, and then it's like pessimistic. It's like up, down. But just like these cards are kind of implying too. Just like the environment is kind of expressing also. So I want to ponder on that, and I'll come back with another message as soon as I can. Take care. Bye.